Okay, another win for the clinical Gujarat Titans. I'm guessing with this win they go top of the table
yes.
Temporarily. Of course, that keeps changing. But right now with most points now,
12 points.
No more on run rate. With 12 points they go. So for today they will be. Then of course Sunday we'll see a few more changes. Could be possible in the points table. But for today, because the other game that's happening, Sunrise Hyderabad, Delhi Capitals, not going to make any difference on who's top. So Gujarat Titans, the defending champion, go on top. They've won this game comprehensively because with 2 overs to spare is a massive difference in a T20 game. So they won it, much to the disappointment of Siddharth, who in the show gave us all reasons why Gujarat will win this match, but still said KKR will win. All reasons, like they're amazing at chasing.
Even though his prediction got wrong, even though the team he was supporting didn't end up being on the winning side, he has a biggest smile in the face in the room.
I am the happiest man.
Look at that.
I am the happiest man today because of a certain Vijay Shankar.
The biggest Vijay Shankar supporter that there is on this planet is right next to me.
He, by the way, has a photograph of Vijay Shankar in his on his desk as well.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
wow.
I do.
He does not have a MS Dhoni photograph. His captain, Chennai Super Kings captain. Thala. He doesn't have Thala's photo. He doesn't have multiple Chinna Thala's photos. But he has Vijay Shankar's photo.
Yeah, he did.
Shivam gifted that.
Yes, forever eternally grateful to him for gifting that wonderful.
Show them how you were celebrating when Vijay Shankar was smacking it when you were there.
Okay, so when Vijay Shankar got to his 50, he did this and had a fist pump and raised the bat. Minus the bat, I did the same thing with him as well.
No, you did it before also. When the first 6 he hit.
The third 6 on the over that
that was the way I went. And Vijay Shankar, man, I mean, sometimes when you back someone to the hilt and he does well, you do feel happy.
Are you feeling vindicated? Because everyone made fun of you, questioned you for your love for Vijay Shankar.
I have gone beyond all that. Gone beyond all that.
Nirvana.
I know that he has the talent. Yes, those 2 years he didn't. I think even now he can't make a comeback into the Indian cricket team because there's so many players ahead of him in the queue. It's very difficult. I mean, we see Sanju Samson struggling to make a mark. Vijay Shankar is well behind that queue, and unfortunately after 2019 that ankle injury plus that shoulder injury, that double whammy that he had, put him way back into the line. So that's why it's going to be very, very difficult for him.
But what a performance today, huh?
Yes.
Like first he took his state teammate apart in that over completely, because remember we were live at that time and we were saying the game is like pretty even, 50-50. They were losing wickets, but then the way he took charge, because at the end it was like a cakewalk, but at that stage the way he attacked, starting with Andre Russell, then Chakravarti, he just was the smaller boundaries of Eden Gardens he was targeting, smacking them outside the ground. So great batting by him. But I think the crucial point will be that David Miller catch. Had they taken that catch, of course Vijay Shankar probably wouldn't have had that confidence to be playing. Yes, you could argue that they still had the best finisher that there is,
A.B. Tewatiya,
to come. Maybe he would have still done the job.
Yes, but I think Vijay Shankar and Kolkata Knight Riders it's been a good story in IPL 2023 because he hit a blazing 50 in the game that was played at the Narendra Modi Stadium, but it got overshadowed by something even more spectacular from Rinku Singh. So you lost whatever was there of Vijay Shankar's knock in that. But here it's entirely up to him. Many critics will still say, but he struggled for time. He had 8 of 10 at one point in time. It was behind, GT were behind the over rate at that point. Required rate at that point in time. But he turned it around. And this is the one thing that is different from the Vijay Shankar of 2018 and 19. He's now finding his moments. He's able to raise the gear. He couldn't do that earlier. I mean, what can you say? He got a debut in the final. Who does that? In the Nidahas Trophy, he was thrown into the deep end of the blue sea saying, go out and bat. Hello, I've made my debut. That's called trial by fire. And he came on, he did the thankless bit for the Indian cricket team in 2019 when there was confusion, when there was chaos. 2 injuries unfortunately meant the rope was cut. And Now, because there is no grudging the other players are much more talented. And you can't argue for each other's place, like, oh, why he should be in the... No, I mean, you can't argue against a potential inclusion for Sanju Samson. You can't argue against that. You can't argue against any other player currently trying to make an impact in the Indian team. So, I think Vijay Shankar has made peace with that fact now. He's not getting any younger. He's, I think, past 30 also at this point in time. So, I'm very, very happy for the fact that Vijay Shankar silenced some of his detractors.
Okay. Let me quickly read some Vijay Shankar comments. Meet Soni says Vijay Shankar at number 4 with a laughing emoji. We understand that. Obviously, as Siddharth pointed out, that's not going to happen. Then you've got E is equal to MC square saying Vijay Shankar gave the result of previous poll. What does that mean?
Other something we did, no?
Oh, poll. Oh, as in, okay, POLL poll he means. Where we had done a poll. Correct. E is equal to MC square. You're right. Udit Rajveer says that I don't think Shankar is a good player. He just plays some fluke innings. We're just taking comments. Everyone's entitled to their comments. We allowed the biggest fan, and he's had.
I have a picture from his desk.
We just mentioned.
Why don't you go close to the camera and show the picture?
We just told our family members about the picture.
I was listening to it. That's
So yes, that's the picture on your screens, the one that we were referring to a short while back.
That he does have the picture of Vijay Shankar on his desk.
On his desk.
So that's proof. Saransh just got it. On that note, I'm going to get back to this mat. But see, you were discouraging me from not taking Abhishek today.
Wow.
Look at that, huh? If I'd gone with an Akshar Patel, I went with Abhishek. He's doing it. Okay, anyway, on this game, just want to mention one thing that, we said this at the start of this, when the game started, that on paper, to me, KKR looked like the better team. I think all of us agreed. But yet 3 out of the 4 of us picked Gujarat to win simply because of their winning mentality. And I think this team is showing everybody now that it's not just a one-off there's a reason a title winning team, you cannot win a title by just, 1 or 2 things. There has to be a lot of things that they do right. So that's outstanding. Full marks to Gujarat Titans, and that's why you back them. And in a way, it kind of reminds me of certain CSK teams which used to never look so good on paper, but they would then go ahead and win the title simply because of maybe the team culture, maybe taking the right decision, maybe someone or the other stepping up on a given day. Like for example, today was Vijay Shankar, someday it is a David Miller, someday it is a Rashid Khan, someday it is a AB Tewatia, as he mentioned. There's somebody or the other who will just step up, and it's not going to be like, sensational hundreds. They won't do that. Small little contributions, but they will do it when it matters. So it tells you about the team culture. It has to be great for them to keep doing this again and again. That they have. Also tells you that their planning is outstanding. Each of them know their role perfectly, and credit has to go to. Oh, by the way, today is Ashish Nehra's birthday.
Yes.
Oh, Nehra.
So what a better gift to Nehra ji by his team than we are winning it. He also needs to get a bit of credit, and everyone else who's responsible, whether it's Gary Kirsten, whether it is Ashish Nehra, whether it's the captain in Hardik Pandya. So Gujarat, as Akash Bhardwaj is asking, hot favorite for the second. I agree. Yeah. I think with Gujarat there'll be a CSK also because they do similar things.
RR also.
Russell's birthday.
Yes.
Oh, not a great birthday.
Yeah,
I mean, he did decent with the bat.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Vijay Shankar got that wicket of David.
Yeah, that was.
KKR fan.
And whenever Miller has been dropped, he's
Sad.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question about this KKR team. You were talking about in the pre-match that this teams look good on paper and everything. So what's wrong? What's wrong with that?
See, few things. I mean, as I said, why you remember last time also we discussed the GT team. One thing they do is get their batting order right. The other thing that day we praised Lucknow for doing it, getting their batting order right the other day, which helped them. What KKR have been doing is experimenting. Today, I mean, whatever, man, Shardul Thakur.
Number 3.
Yeah. See, you keep making these mistakes, you will go. Secondly, I think what has really also hurt them been a few injuries. Then the other thing that's been an issue is Nitish Rana just thrown into the deep end last moment to be a captain. I'm not taking, blaming him. Maybe not easy for him also, but it does, it doesn't set the team right on a path. And by the time you get the captain gets a hang of things, the team comes together, understands the way he's going to play, it's not going to happen. They've also got a new coach, so things might take time to settle down. And that batting order never really inspired me. If you're going to rely on I mean, Nitish Rana has done reasonably well. He's had a middling season, but if he's going to be the guy who's going to win you, Rinku has also done well.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that there wasn't that kind of meat that I see in that team. You know, like
It doesn't look like it.
yeah,
They don't play like a team, is what I'm
yeah,
saying.
it doesn't scare other people.
Yeah. And today's game was a stark. It highlighted the stark contrast between GT and a team like KKR, because GT is a team that I think is made in the dressing room. You know, you can tell by the way they're playing that they've been brainwashed into thinking that they're winners. Every
Yeah.
single one of the person. You can tell by the way they're playing that they've been given a lot of clarity on what they need to do. I mean, it's just brilliant because they've really worked on the mental aspect of the game.
Yeah.
With GT.
Just going back to the batting order, like Vijay, right? He's a number 4 batsman. I mean, yeah, where is he batting? So I just feel the other day they said Narayan. So the more you experiment, see, one thing you'll see at GT, rarely experiment.
Yes.
They have a fixed template. They just follow it, keep calm, and follow it. Exactly what CSK do. You know, good teams will rarely experiment and panic and do
Yes,
things.
yes.
They'll be, even when they lose, they'll just have their focus down. That this is what we do. This is the philosophy we believe in. We'll continue.
Over reliance on Narayan and Russell makes sense.
Narayan also not having a great season hasn't
No,
helped
the
them with
problem
ball.
is if you look at
Russell also.
if you look at barring the win against RCB that they had, barring the win, the other 2 matches came only on the account of individual brilliance. Shardul Thakur,
And rare.
Rare.
For like in case of Rinku.
Rinku. The worst thing in this entire the problem for KKR, the massive Achilles heel for them this season, Sunil Narayan's lack of form. Because if Narayan was not taking wickets, he was at least giving you economy.
Yeah.
That isn't happening, unfortunately, for KKR. And when did KKR thrive at their best? When Narayan was bowling economically and building up pressure. That allowed the other bowlers to prosper. And again, why did I not pick KKR as one of the top 4? Because their pace bowling doesn't inspire me confidence. Umesh leaks runs. Then in one game, you get someone else. Harshit Rana, inexperienced. Shardul Thakur, I mean, I don't know. He didn't bowl much even today, Shardul Thakur.
Yeah.
So why is KKR being very conservative on their pace bowling quartet? That I have to just understand. So these are the 2 reasons, and that unstable top order, total antithesis to GT. They have settled batting from 1 to 6.
Yeah, you want to say?
But now I feel that there is some clarity at least now after having tried 9 opening pairs, if I'm not wrong.
Wow, when finally there better be
They
clarity
finally
after
managed to
9.
get some clarity as to what their opening pair is, because 9 pairs is just mayhem written all over it, confusion written all over it. So finally they got that, but again that eagerness to try that thing, try that extra thing, like Narayan being promoted, like Shardul being promoted today, that's been something that has backfired.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Few comments on that. Deepak is saying, why is Gary not given enough credit as compared to Nehra? We just did, if you saw thing. But the problems about KKR, Preetham is saying Rinku at number 6 is not an ideal spot for him. He takes 10-13 balls to settle, which can cost KKR matches. That's what I'm saying. The batting order is not right. Hardeep says that if Vijay is not bowling, then he should not have come at number 8. That's also right. You're not even using him as a bowler, then might as well not have him in the team. He thinks that Rinku should be used as a finisher. GT have a proper structure, E is equal to MC square, saying, which most team doesn't, which is exactly what we discussed.
I mean, if I can add to one of your points that you made about a team, the title winning team. Look at Mumbai of 2020 and 2019. Everybody was a match winner in that. Everybody. Quinton, Rohit, Surya, Ishan, Kyron Pollard, the Pandya brothers, Bumrah. Even someone like Rahul,
was also
Trent Bolt. Everybody was a match winner.
No, but then there are very strong parallels then between that side and the GT of the present day.
Yeah.
And you remember one of the things that Hardik Pandya mentioned in his press conferences, he said, I go to each and every player, I talk with them, and then I assure them. I assure them of their roles, I assure them of how they have to go about it. And you see that assurance in them. You don't see many changes in the GT team, be it in the 11, be it in anything.
Exactly. So even that Mumbai side that we just spoke about and we continue to speak very highly of, regardless of the total that side was chasing or defending, they won't, they would stick to their template. They won't do something extraordinary. So again, that's the thing that you see with the Gujarat Titans as well.
Look at the KKR teams that won in 2012 and 2014.
Yeah.
Who was captaining them? It was Gautam Gambhir, the man who defined belief.
Yeah.
He knew that I will be facing a rather big situation. I will face an impossible situation at this point in time. So, in that essence, this KKR team needs Gambhir's belief. They need his belief. That is the major problem. So, in that way, if Hardik wins IPL, meets Sony, can he become full-time VC for India and ODIs?
Who?
If Hardik Pandya wins the IPL for the second consecutive time, can he become the full-time vice captain for India and ODIs?
I mean, why would you compare T20 with ODI and make him...
We often make that thing of... The trend nowadays in Indian cricket is mixing up formats, Gargi. That's the thing. But... See,
I won't be surprised actually. I won't be surprised if
he's
that
one of the very few
He
options.
has been your T20I captain, then you cannot have two white ball captains.
Yeah.
He might be promoted to that vice captain spot.
or
and then he will...
I would say, if I have to take on from Saransh's point, what I will say is, let Rohit finish his tenure in 2023 World Cup. Then let Hardik Pandya become your full-time white
But
ball
you're not
captain.
sure, no? Will Rohit be stepping down after 2023 or not? You cannot... He might want to captain some more. So
Because you have to make changes after 2023.
that is out in the open now. If your former India coach has said that expect wholesale changes after the World Cup, so you know what's coming.
Exactly.
And of course, then you're building up to the 2024 World Cup as well. Also, in due course, you will be getting clarity on Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli.
Yep. That is the key.
We've been given cryptic messages with regards to their inclusion or exclusion in the T20 setup, but both have expressed intent to play as much cricket as they possibly can.
Yep.
So we don't know that yet. But having said that, all in all, a clinical win for the Gujarat Titans. They go top of the table.
Janaki Raman has a concern. He
that
says there is another anchor loading in the Indian cricket team, which is Hardik. Big worrying sign.
I don't think this is...
I mean, yes, he's not had a great run in the last 6 to 7 months, barring that semi-final knock against England, where he was his aggressive best. But I think Hardik Pandya needs, one series for him to just turn it around. I think he just needs one series. Maybe
that concern does resonate with me, if you ask me, because the other day when we touched upon this topic about why Indian batters who are dashing, let's say at the start of their careers, end up taking these anchor-like roles, I think I have my concerns over there as well. You look at a KL Rahul, who, by the way, will be your number 5. We know about Rohit Sharma's template now. We know about Virat Kohli's template now, and their templates are very much sacrosanct, and we've not seen that change. So let's not question their templates as well, because there's numbers backing this thing as well. But Hardik Pandya for me also has somebody who's not that player that we saw, let's say, a couple of years back. He likes to take that responsibility upon himself. He likes to take the game deep. And when you're trying to take the game deep, by the way, which is a philosophy he's very well adopted now, you're playing those extra few balls as well, and you're waiting to make the impact right towards the end. So I have my concerns too, Janaki Raman. That's a point very well pointed out.
Because remember, don't focus on the IPL and the T20 format. The last game before IPL, the Australia ODI against in Chennai. What happened? He took them deep, fine, but he got out at a very crucial time, and Australia won that series. So you have to be really wary about that.
And I remember reading this quote recently from from Virat Kohli actually, where India was at a tough situation, but Hardik and Virat were batting together, and Virat said that Hardik kept saying, we'll take this deep, and we'll win it.
For the India-Pakistan match, I remember.
Yeah, so this just shows or proves that he's doing it deliberately.
Yes, he is doing it.
Sometimes this confidence can also backfire, He'll not be able to get that crucial win in the closing moments. So it's not necessary to take every game, that deep.
Yeah.
You should finish it off. as early as possible.
Which is why that Dhoni template, I had my concerns. It's not been successful.
No, it is a successful recipe and formula for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Exactly. Can it be the template that everyone follows and delivers gives the same results? That's the question. Dhoni knew about his finishing abilities, which is why he came up with this template, which was, let's say, unheard of back in the day. Take the game deep, back yourself, clear the ball, because Mahendra Singh Dhoni, even if he didn't get the timing right, he knew he had the muscle to clear the boundary.
Yeah.
So, can everyone do that? If yes, then you would have had so many Mahendra Singh Dhonis back.
Yeah. And anyway, see, Dhoni's template worked for 6 years.
And for him. And just for him.
It helped the team also.
Yes, of course. But even then, did you see other players, let's say in the international stage as well, on the international stage, adopt that template of Mahendra Singh Dhoni? No, because everyone knew. Not everyone can, tong the Yorker as well, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni could. Yep. Or have that. He didn't have the variety of shots, but the power that he had of hitting in the V, only he could do that.
Yep. So, but unfortunately, that template has had less success after 2019. Even if you look at MS Dhoni's case also. 2019 was
we've gone down that road earlier as well, and our family members know about it all too well. So for now, that's that. GT are now the table toppers. For how long, we don't know.
Because tomorrow you can have two potential changes with MI taking on RR and CSK taking on Punjab.
And now just get used to it, because a couple of days back, CSK were right up top in a space of 3 days between 24th and 27th. They're 4th. So the table is going to have a new complexion after every match gets over. Not this match though, but regardless.
Nobita Nobi makes a very interesting comment. Dhoni copied this template from Michael Bevan. I don't disagree with that. Oh, has a catch been dropped? If a catch has been dropped, unfortunate. So yes, I think you are right, Nobita Nobi. See, the original Iceman, if you look at it, was Michael Bevan. And where did Dhoni have majority of his success? In ODIs. Same with Michael Bevan. IPL was a different thing. Dhoni had more success even in the IPL, but Bevan had already retired 6 years prior to the IPL. So that's the way it is. But yes, you're right, Nobita Nobi. I don't disagree with that. So that's about it from this GT KKR game
happening, which we will talk about at the halfway stage. Delhi taking on.
Look at the contrast of emotions when the previous KKR GT game was there. The KKR fans, the passion it shows, and it gives a different dimension here when they have lost.
You're casting aspersions on my fans.
On Saransh. When he had come, when Shane was here.
That was some match. That was some game. 5 6s back to back.
It happened only once in 12,000 games. I mean, it was a historic moment.
Anyhow, now we're gonna call it a wrap, and we're gonna see you at the
SRH are 71 for 2. Abhishek Sharma with a 50 or 25 balls. Wow, what a knock he's playing so far. We'll be back for the mid innings soon. From me, Gargi, Nikhil, and Harshit, and Saransh. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Why are you excluding Shivam? He also says bye.
Shivam is
bye bye.
Bye bye bye.